Okay, so this video is going to be about a CTF, capture the flag. Let's see, it's this one from OWASP. It's one of the Android Crackmes. Alright, so it's a secret string hidden somewhere in this app. Find a way to extract it. Alright, perfect. Let's download this. First I'm going to turn on my tablet and I'm going to install it. Alright, connecting it. Well, let me check. Make sure it's there. There it is. So I'll do ADB install. Install the uncrackable level 1. Okay. Here it is. So you have to input this. Nope, that's not it. Try again. Okay, secret string. Let's try that. Nope, try again. Okay, so we have to find out what that secret string is. I'm going to close this. Alright, so first thing I want to do is start up JDEX. So do JDEX GUI. Alright, start right there. Alright, let's look at the manifest. So what do we have? One activity. That's main activity, okay. And allow backup. Okay, minimum 819. Alright, so alright, we saw that. Nothing really interesting there. Let's go into that. Let's go into the main activity. Where is that at? Right. Where is it? SG Vantage Point. Uncrackable 1. Alright, here's the main activity. I see this function here. Okay, there's onCreate. This is getting called before super. Then the content view is set. Okay, interesting. What else? Let's look at this. Oops, no, that's not it. Let's go to the layout file and look at that main activity. Okay, so we have a linear layout as the outermost. And then inside there's another linear layout that's horizontal. Edit text, where we put the text in there. I see that, the button. And then on-click verify is called. And then what is this? Relative layout with the text view. Text that just says thanks. Oh, it's a string. Okay. String that just says thanks. Okay. Let's see that verify function. Okay, so this gets called when the button's clicked. What do we have here? String, object. What is this? 2 strings. This one's called object. Find view by ID, get the text. I'm going to change this to user input. Okay, then we create an alert dialog. And then if there's a conditional, you check the user input, see if it's equal to the key or the secret, and you set the title to success. Otherwise, you say nope. Okay. And this is just showing this dialog. So let's go back up into this onCreate. Let's see what these are. onCreate. Okay. I double click that. Now I'm looking at this. This looks like a root check. Yeah, these look like root checks. I've seen this before. Super user APK. Yeah, these look like. I think I've seen this on. I'm going to rename this root check 1. root check 2, and then root check 3. Okay, so these are 3 root checks. I'm going to name this class, let's see, root check util. Alright, let's keep going. And then if it is rooted, it's going to fire off this method right here. What does this do? This creates an alert dialogues. This is unacceptable. App is now going to exit. So this is like a fatal alert. I'm going to rename this. You can highlight it and then hit end. Okay, I'm going to rename this to show fatal alert. Okay, so this is looking a little more clear. That's good. All right, so on create, it does this check. What's this one? Let's see what this says. Okay, Boolean, it returns a Boolean, takes in, okay, gets the context, get application info, flags, and 2 not equal to 0. Not equal to 0. So flags and 2 not equal to 0. Okay, so that's interesting. So flags will come back as an integer. I think this is a, yeah, doing like integer and integer. If they're both the same integer, it'll come back as true. Let me start up Android Studio. Okay, I'm going to start a new Android project, just a simple one. Empty views. I'm going to do Java. Actually, I'm going to do Kotlin. Let's call this. Oh, wait. All right. I started this new project just to look at some things. I want to see this. I think I could just get this directly, yeah. Okay, so it looks like the decompiler is doing something here. I think this would work in pure Java, but maybe not Android Java. I'm not sure, but all right, let's look at this. What are the flags? Oops. All right, flags. What do we have? Let's see, flags associated with the application, any combination of flag system, flag debuggable. Okay, so I think this is checking for debuggable. It's looking for debuggers. Let's go back to this. Flags and 2 not equal to 0. Let's look at the Smiley code on this. Let's see. Okay, let's start at the beginning. P0, we get the context, put that into the P0 register. No, or wait, yeah, P0, move that context into P0. And then invoke virtual again to get application info, put that in the P0 register. Okay, I get, let's see, get the application info from P0 and then put it into P0. So now P0 has the application info, and then you have add int lit8 P0, P0, and then 2. So let's look up this right here. Okay, calculates Vy and lit8 and stores the result into Vx. So let's see an example. V2, and 3, v2 and the integer 3, and stores the result in v0. Okay, so this is a Boolean algebra operation using AND. Okay, so it's going to do that. So it's going to do P0, which is the flags, and 2. So if it's 2 and 2, it comes back true, else it comes back false. So if P0 is equal to 0, then go to condition 10. Condition 10, put 0 into P0 and return P0. So return 0. Okay, so if flags is equal to 2, then let's just double check this. Let's go to this. Okay, flag debuggable, it's this, 1 shift, left shift 1. So what was it again? 1 shift 1. Let's see if that equals 2. If it does, shift left, okay, 2. So that's what this is doing. This is doing a debuggable check. This is going to come back as if it comes back debuggable, then it'll be 2 and 2, which is true, not equal to 0. So let's go back to the code. Not equal to 0. Oh, it says right here, app is debuggable. Okay, so 0 is false. It will come back, it's going to do this check. So if it's debuggable, this will come back as 2, 2 and 2, not equal to 0. So this will come back right here as true. So this is a debuggable check. Let's rename this. Okay. All right, this is shaping up now. Now we got to look into this. What is this? So these two functions here. Okay, let's see. We're getting a string, making 2 byte arrays, doing something here. Base 64 decoding this. Let's see what this gives us. I'm going to copy this. Okay, so it's not readable. Alright, so let's keep going, nothing there. Okay, but it does that, does something. But I see this AES error. So this is some kind of cryptographic function here. Let me step into that function. What do we have? Okay, so get the secret key, get the cipher instance, init, do final. Alright, so we know this is a cryptographic function. What is one is, let's see what cipher init 2. That's either encrypt or decrypt. Let's see. Okay, decrypt mode, encrypt mode. Okay, so 1 is encrypt, 2 is decrypt. Alright. So this is decrypting. So I can change this to, let's see, what's passed in? 2 byte arrays. What's the first one? One's for the secret key spec, and the other is the text to be decrypted. I'm going to rename this to decrypt. Alright, I think that's it. Okay, so this is, I'm going to change this to crypto utils. Alright, so we're decrypting this, and we're calling this method right here. Okay, what's this one doing? So it gets a byte array, or returns a byte array. It gets the string length, byte array, length divided by 2 for int. So it's like a funny way of encrypting and decrypting. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy these right here. I'm going to go into Android Studio. I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to make a new class. Alright, oops. So I got a bunch of things to fix here. I thought it would turn it into Kotlin, but it did not. That's okay. I can do it by hand. Alright. This returns a Boolean. Okay, now that I converted all of these into Kotlin, I gotta bring in this function. Where's that at? What was it called again? Decrypt. I gotta bring in the decrypt. Bring in this function. And then convert this over. Okay, now it's all converted to Kotlin. And I made this function in the same class. I can get rid of that. So everything's converted to Kotlin. I just need to call this. And I need to log this in the output. Alright, so I need to call that function right here. What was it? M6A. And I can really pass it anything. I just need to see the log. Why is it not? Alright, let me move these in the companion object. This isn't pretty code, but we're just trying to get that string out. That's all that matters. Does not matter. Okay, so let me run it, and now I should see the secret right here. I have, what do you call it? I have the APK, this APK I just made installed. Oh, let's see, my virtual machine's really bogging down, but I have it installed. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna run the app on my phone right now. I just started it, the one I just made. That was the tag I used. Ah, there we go. There's a secret. I want to believe. Alright, so I'm going to close this. Okay, there we go. So you can see here, let me close this. And you can see here, I'm going to start it up again. I'll log it out. I want to believe. So if I go back to the uncrackable, the Crackme, let me see. This is the correct secret. Awesome. Cool. So that's how you crack the uncrackable one.